Good day to you, and you're very welcome to this week's Weekly Wind-Up. And thank you for choosing KLTV as your local point of news and what's happening in and around Huddersfield and Kirklees. Now, my partner has always been a keen allotment gardener, ever since I've known her, that is, and at this time of the year, an age-old problem arises. It's either famine or feast. There's no in-between. You've either got nothing or you've got so much that you end up having to throw some away. However reluctantly that might be. What a silly situation. One person who thinks he's got the answer, Brian Grainger of the Huddersfield Allotments Association. Brian, thanks for coming in. You're becoming our gardening correspondent, aren't you, like Graham on Radio Leeds? So this plan is going to need some help from our viewers, isn't it? What have you got in mind?
Well, the Mancap Cafe, which is in Waverley Street on New North Road, they rang and asked the Federation if we would be good enough to supply them with any excess vegetables. And the organisation of it is very, very difficult indeed. It had a lot of thought and I couldn't come up with a positive solution, so I tried it out by using the excess from my own allotment to start with, i.e. I took them rhubarb to start with, which was very good because they made rhubarb jam, and then it's developed from there. And then a few weeks ago, I regret to say, our show leeks went to seed.
Oh, and they do it almost overnight, don't they?
And they did it overnight.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Quite seriously. We had 10 all in a row, and there were seed pods on the top of every one of them in the morning.
And of course by then you don't use a knife and fork, you get a saw to them, don't you?
Yeah. Anyway, I thought if we let them go to Mencap, they could make soup.
Strip them down of the good
yes,
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what we've done.
Right. So the needs are twofold, aren't they? Firstly, to get the various allotments involved.
Yes.
And then to find cold temperature storage and a way of collecting the produce. Am I right?
Yes. Well, I think what we're going to do is cold storage isn't a problem, because if we can take it to Mencap, which, I mean, I live quite close to them myself, then they can store it in a cold store. It's getting it to the allotment meetings, and then when you get them there, I can take them the following morning, no problem at all. It's just a matter of getting it across to other allotment holders. That
they can be really useful as far as you're concerned.
It's such a shame that vegetables go to waste on compost heaps and things like that.
Just because there's nobody there to eat them?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh dear, oh dear. But I'll tell you what about the quality of the fruit and vegetables offered? Will you accept those that are not, shall we say, in supermarket terms, grade 1?
Well, let's take a good example of a cucumber. Unless a cucumber is straight and no bends in it whatever, then it's not acceptable. But taste-wise, there is no difference at all. It's just that they don't look quite as nice.
Right. And I suppose spots on apples doesn't matter as much either, because if you peel them, they're just as good, aren't they?
Well, exactly, yes.
However large or small your business, attracting new customers requires dedication and a lot of patience. Just like fishing, but you also need the right gear. Rods, reels,
lines, hooks, sinkers, lures, tackle box, tackle bag, net, bait, gas gloves, clothes, pocket knife, wrench.
Or you could simply advertise with KLTV. Online, grow your business and your clientele. KLTV, your vision made reality. Should have gone to KLTV.
What about having to ripen fruit? I suppose by the time you've got it there and it's stuck in the windowsill.
Fruit is much more difficult than vegetables, actually. How we could do it with fruit, I really don't know.
So basically it's vegetables.
It is
first
vegetables, virtually, yes.
Well, here's your chance. There's an event. In fact, there's several events coming up which you're hoping will gather volunteers together to help you with distribution and getting the actual vegetables dug up. What is it? When and where is it going to be held?
It's in Greenet Park, and it's the Fruit and Vegetable Show, and it's the Huddersfield Allotment Federation Show. And there will be a lot of very, very good vegetables there, no question about it. But we also have a stall there for excess vegetables, and we sell them to the general public. Silly money, but it goes to charity, you know. And there are other things at the show as well.
I see an opportunity there, but
well,
don't sell them. Move them to the cafe. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. Right. Carry on, mate.
At the show, there is also the Miniature Society. They show all the miniatures, dolls' houses, and everything is they're superb. They really are. And then you get all sorts of people coming with a stall and selling things. It's other things as well.
It's a day out in its own right.
It is, yes. And it's open on the Saturday afternoon and all day Sunday. But not Saturday morning, because that's when the judging takes place.
Right, okay. So it's Saturday and Sunday, but we ought to... Which Saturday and Sunday?
13th and 14th of August.
13th and 14th of August.
Yeah.
So if you're growing your own vegetables and have more than you can possibly use, get in touch with Brian, and you could do it at this event. It will be easy enough. You can't miss him. He's the one who talks all the time. Is there any contact details our viewers can get in touch with you about this, Brian?
Well, I shall be at the park show on the Friday evening, which is the entries for the show, and I shall be there all day Sunday. Also the secretary of the Allotment Federation, and for all the members, my telephone number's on the card.
Excellent. Brian, thanks very much indeed.
Pleasure.
And if you think you can help, email KLTV at info@kirkleeslocaltv.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you'll be with us for another weekly wind-up next week. Until then, have a great week, and I'm missing you already. Bye, everyone.